There's a minute and 2 to play, and we've got a tie game. So in case of OT, Shaq has to be very careful.
Ball out of bounds to the Warriors. The shot put up by Kobe was straight enough. Didn't get the roll on the rim. Thought he could break it, and here comes Hughes. Hippity hop the dribble. Penberthy's out of the game, and the veteran Harper is in. Jamison might shoot it from there. He backs up. Give the ball over to Hughes. 8 under 24. Wrap around to Jamison. Fumble it. Pick it up. Go for the basket. Throw it in.
No basket.
They do not allow the basket. They do not allow the basket. It's charging. Wow. Harper did a good job of falling at the right time.
Well, the only question mark that the Warriors
Where
have
was
is where was Harp as far as the restricted area was concerned. The official standing right there, 3, 4, 5 feet away, says that he was legal. Jamison goes to his left off the dribble around Shaquille. Harp steps out. Is he in the restricted area?
Ball comes into Penberthy. The referee said that he was, and he's got a much better seat than you and I. Penberthy with the ball. Penberthy to Kobe. 36 seconds to play. 15 on the 24. Now the ball to Shaw. Out in front to Kobe. 10 seconds on the 24. That's the only thing that counts. Kobe loses the ball, gets it back. Kobe out of the corner. Shot blocked. Taken with 21 seconds left to play. Here we come with Blaylock. Blaylock to Cummings. The Lakers got nothing at all out of their possession, and a timeout is called by the Warriors. 14 seconds left. We're tied at 107. This will be the last gasp for the Lakers if the Warriors can put it in.
Well, they'll get the last shot if they're smart on the world champion Lakers.
We're tied at 107. 14 seconds left to play. Put your hand down. You're not supposed to eat your fingernails. It is nervous time, isn't it?
Well, it's interesting to see what develops here as the Warriors, they know they want to run a two-man game. One of the two players on the floor, preferably they want Jamison to take the shot, but Larry Hughes is a real good creator. But then they come out with 5 or 4 guards, so the Lakers are going to have to match up, and they do. They come out with 4 guards themselves.
The Lakers 4-4 on the road coming into this game. That is nothing to brag about, believe me. The Warriors at home are 4-4. On the road, the Warriors are 1-9. The Lakers are going to have a lot of arguments going on between the referees and the players. Nothing serious. Jamison's going to take it out right above it. The positioning of the inbound pass is what they're all hollering about. And here we go. Jamison, bring the ball into Cummings. They set it up in the huddle. 11 seconds. 10 seconds. 9. Cummings with 7 seconds. Dribble drive, open basket. On the way, no. Rebound is out. Lakers timeout with 2.5 to play. Woo! That thing caught the front of the rim off of the bank, and just as easily as coming off, could have fallen in.
Well, the Lakers dodged a major bullet there. They've got 2.5 seconds to see what they can do about delivering a blow themselves on the world champion Lakers Basketball Network.
Of what they hope will be their last huddle. And the only way they can make it their last huddle is by victory.
Well, the Warriors had a very nice shot at it, Chick. They had the ball, and Vonteego Cummings decided he was going to take it off the dribble himself and goes there, throws it high off the glass, but couldn't get it to fall for him, and then Harp secures the rebound. That was a nice play they had set up if they had indeed that one in mind.
Will take the ball out of bounds at midcourt. His pass must go in the front court unless he straddles the line. The referee's showing him how to do it. No rule. But you don't want to pass in the back court now. If there were 15 or 18 seconds, yes.
Yeah, but
now you got to throw it in the front court.
Yeah, but he still should straddle it just in case they have to throw it back.
Waiting for the ball. Shaw throws it in. Kobe got it. Great catch. Throws for the winner. No! Kobe sitting on the floor. He's biting the nails. Boy, I'll tell you, he gave it a heck of a shot.
I thought
from
that ball
some 40 feet away.
I thought that shot was going in. I really thought that shot by Kobe was going to find.
We go to overtime. World champion Lakers Basketball Network. 107-107. In the fourth quarter, got outscored 25-15 in the quarter. The Lakers made only 6 out of 18 shots in that quarter. Golden State made 8 out of 15.
Well, that last attempt they had at the basket with 2.5 seconds to play. Brian Shaw throws it inbounds to Kobe. Kobe somehow goes up and bats it to himself, and then from behind the arc, straight, but just not long enough. And Kobe, I really thought the shot was going. I believe Kobe knew it was going, as he's obviously right in line with it. He's the one that shot it.
We start with a jump ball at center court. Shaq should control the tap, but who will get the ball? We got 5 minutes. There's no sudden death involved. Second overtime of the season. Oh, he stole the tip. That's a good call. That's a good call. Shaq stole the ball. You can't do that. Get it on the way up. Very good call by Gary. Easy call by Gary Benson. Let's put it that way. Blaylock's got it. That's just like a turnover, ladies and gentlemen. Blaylock's got it. Gives him a chance to get first blood. Jamison with the ball. Brings it over to Hughes. He fires from 20. He got it. Kobe couldn't get there defensively. 43 points in the game for Jamison. Kobe has 39. Lakers trail 2-0 in overtime. Here's Harper with the ball. Harper goes over in the corner against Bob Sura. Out in front to O'Neal above the three, and now they swing it to Grant. In to Shaq. Shaq's foul going over the top. Dampier. Ball comes out of bounds.
That almost seemed like it was an intentional foul, but I don't understand it. 4:31.
No, I don't think so. Yeah, I agree with what you're saying. Ball comes in to Harper. Harper back to Kobe. Kobe looking into Shaq. Kobe to the dribble. Kobe's missed his last 2 shots. The ball to Shaq to tie it up. Bank shot is good. Shaq, a 5-footer from the right side. That was not an easy shot because Dampier was great. Now the Lakers are tied at 109. We're in the overtime, and Blaylock's got it. He shoots a 3. It's on the way. No. Tipped in the air. Free ball. Off the Lakers and out of bounds. Well, I thought that 3 was in.
Yeah. It was straight.
I've never seen so many consultations between referees as we've had tonight. This is worse than the Florida ballot box. We're going to have some lawyers. They'll be free soon. The inbound pass comes to Hughes. Hughes gets the screen, go to the base, gives back to Jamison. That's trouble, baby. He hit it, 17-footer. And they lead it again, 4-2 this time. 109-111, 3:55 to play. And the Lakers come down playing catch-up against this team that's won 5 games this year. Now Kobe's got the ball. Kobe to the dribble. Out of the three-pointer, Shaw. Not close. Rebound off, and here comes Sura. He throws it underneath. Slam dunk. He didn't slam it, really. That's a great pass by Sura to Jamison. They lead by 4.
Well, that was good transition again by Jamison, changing ends.
And the Lakers down. Let's see what they can do about rally. Ball over to Kobe. Drive the base. Comes underneath. Foul in the act of shooting. 2 shots coming to Kobe. Kobe Bryant goes back to the line where he's been most proficient tonight.
Well, Larry Hughes picks up the foul.
Kobe 9 for 9 at the free throw line. Free throw good. 10 out of 11. 3:19 to play, and the Lakers are down by 3. Kobe can cut it to 2. And he does exactly that. 113 to 111. Kobe has made 11 out of 12 free throws. Here's the ball in front. Kobe's ahead of Kobe, and Kobe catches up to Hughes. Hughes uses the screen in deep alley-oop. Nice shot. Oh, he used the screen beautifully on Kobe and took care of it by using Dampier's big body. Kobe front court calls timeout. The Lakers trail by 4. 3 minutes to play in overtime.
Well, it's 115, 111. When you have a screen, you have to have help on the world champion Lakers Basketball Network.
And there's a foul immediately called. That's the hack of Shaq.
Yeah, exactly.
And Shaq will go to the ball will go out of bounds. Shaq will handle it out. Excuse me, darn it. Kobe will handle it out and bring the ball into Shaw. Now give it back to Kobe. Lakers down by 4. The ball to Shaq. Comes in deep and he's fouled again. Intentionally, of course. Fowler's time is on Jamison. We're checking to see who had the last back-to-back 50-point games. He had 51 against Seattle a week ago. And maybe the last time was Bill Wilt, God rest his soul.
I'm pretty sure it probably would have been someone named Michael.
115 to 111. A ball out of bounds to Kobe. 2:54 to play in overtime. Now another consultation. Team fouls. I haven't found on the board yet where they keep team fouls. I really haven't. I miss that so much.
Well, they've got 4. They're the last number on that board.
Well, if it's 4, then it's free throw time.
They just put it up, I believe. I don't even know if they've changed it since the overtime started.
I haven't been able to find it on their board. I don't like their board. Shaq is 2 for 4. He's at the line.
Well, that's the reason why they fouled him to begin with. They wanted to get to the penalty so that they could send him to the line.
Shaq at the line. Free throw is perfect. Last year, Shaq burned Mike Dunleavy with this particular play. But he hasn't done it very often. He made one of the 2. And it's 115 to 112. And they'll tell you, well, that's better than getting a 2-point basket. Coming with the ball, Hughes in the front court. Hughes dribbling the ball on Kobe. Gives it over to Serra. He fires and gets a 3-pointer. Serra out of the corner on the injured list most of the year. And they lead it by 6. 118 to 112. And the Los Angeles Lakers in deep trouble. Kobe in deep. 16-footer. That's good. And Kobe knocks home a shot. 118 to 114 in overtime with 2:20 to play.
The Lakers just have to get up on the perimeter guys after the high pick and rolls.
Great entertainment. Kobe takes the ball away, and Kobe's on a breakaway. Hughes, the victim. Kobe, the hero. And that makes it 116-118 with 2:07 to play. A 4-point switch in the scoreboard in a matter of 5 seconds. Kobe now in the ball game with a total of 45. That's a new career high.
On the Lakers Basketball Network.
Here we go. Serra in the front court. Serra dribbling the ball around the screen by Dampier. Serra in deep, throws the ball away, and it's intercepted by Harper. You may need this play-by-play. In the front court by Kobe. Kobe backing up. Kobe pivots, comes in deep, comes in and needs to be fouled. 2 shots. He could tie the score. Kobe has become a one-man arsenal. Are we back yet?
Sixth personal foul.
Whenever
after the turnover, a nice long court pass to Kobe, and Kobe attacks 4 Warriors, gets fouled in the act of shooting by Jamison, I believe. So Kobe will shoot 2 with 1:47 to play, and the Lakers need both of them, obviously.
Okay, anyway, Kobe's at the line incorrectly, apparently. I told you that Kobe had missed a free throw. I didn't think he had, but now we get the official count. He's 11 for 11. Career high points, as we announced, 45. He makes one. Here's the next one coming to the 22-year-old.
How quickly it happens when the Warriors jump up by 6.
He made them both.
That the game was
And it's
basically
118,
over.
118. We've got 1:45 left to play. A 6-0 run for the Lakers. 13 for 13 from the free throw line by Kobe. 47 points total. Out in front, Jamison, their most dangerous man. He's against Grant. He can grab like this. He's in deep. He throws it in. When you're unstoppable, you're unstoppable. That gives him 49 points. When did anybody have back-to-back 50s? We'll find out pretty soon. Here's Kobe dribbling, 20-foot jumper. In there! Kobe knocks it home. And Kobe in the ball game with 49 points, a new career high. We're tied at 120. 1:13 left to play in overtime. What a treat for the fans. What a treat for us, and what a treat for you. Jamison shot good from 20 feet. Jamison at 2, and they lead it by 2. 1 minute and 4 seconds to play. Can Kobe match that? Jamison with 51 for the second game in a row against Seattle, and now the Lakers. Kobe with the ball. Kobe dribbling in deep. Stop. They knock it loose. He picks it up. He tries to shoot it. They take it away from him. Turnover. Sura's got the ball all the way under to Hughes. Puts it up. No. Foul, however. 2 shots coming to Hughes. Foul was on Harper. At the other end, Kobe simply, to put it frankly, tried too much on his own. He carried them, though, into this situation. Don't worry about that. 40, let's call it 43 seconds left to play. It's 42.8. This club is 0-2 in overtimes this year. The Lakers are 1-0. Hughes is 4 out of 7 free throwing. He's got 2 coming. This is the first time a Warrior scored 50 points. Free throw good. He made them both. Timeout is called. Jamison is the first Warrior to score back-to-back 50-pointers since Rick Barry did it in 1967. The score with 42 and 8/10 seconds left. 124 to 120. The Lakers trail the Warriors. One thing, this is one of those things that just isn't over until it's over. Twice in a row by Jameson. In the fourth quarter, correct, 2 points. Has got a tough one. And the Lakers are the 2 team which Jamison made 51 points against back-to-back. How can the Lakers get out of this jam? Not going to be easy.
Kobe tried to do it by himself. He made a couple of baskets down the stretch, but last play, trying to go 1-on-3 or so, really cost him on the turnover. Jamison has just been, again, absolutely on fire. When you talk about a guy that responds after a 51 performance in one night, comes back, does it again, and shoots the ball even better than the night before. 21 out of 29, like Kobe, a new career high, 49 points, 17 out of 33 is perfect from this series.
Kobe's got 10 of the 13 Laker points in overtime. James got 14 goals. They are the 2 wrecking crews. You got in action in a hurry now. Ball to Kobe. 10 seconds to play. Kobe dribbling in deep. Shot. 15-footer. That's good. Kobe scores it. And the Lakers are down by just 2. Now you got to stop. Is that Kobe? That gives him 51 points. First time he's ever been to the 50 mark. Falling down Grant. The Lakers with 19 seconds left. They're down by the basket. We're in overtime. Kobe got 12 points in overtime so far. They double team. He's down the middle. He gets underneath the break. He puts it out and didn't get it. The rebound is down. The Lakers lose. Unless they can stop it. 2.5 seconds left to play. They foul Sura. Lakers got a pretty good look at it down there.
Grant under a lot of pressure. He got the ball. Jamison was there, but Horst goes up, has a really nice, easy look at it. Shoot too hard. Kobe tried to tip it, couldn't get it done, and then the foul. 2.5 to play. So misses first of 2.
No good.
So with 2.5, even if he makes this, there's still hope.
Wants a timeout. call a timeout and let Serra think more about the pressure here. But they didn't. Serra coming into the game with 67%. He just missed the first. It's a big rebound if he missed. He didn't miss. Now the Lakers take the timeout. They will have 2.5 seconds left. Ball will go to midcourt, and the Lakers need a hoop or a three-pointer to win.
2.5, they definitely need a three. They don't have time to get the quick deuce and then foul again. So with this play, this is the one where they ended the regulation. They had a three-point attempt. Kobe shot just a little short. The last play, though, that Horace Grant couldn't get down, obviously came up to be costly as he has a nice look. Kobe just fumbled the rebound away. He's up there, but just couldn't control. I don't know when the last time was the two players on the teams in the same game went for 50 or more.
The Lakers take the ball at midcourt when we resume action. And you know who they want to shoot it. The Warriors know who want the Lakers to shoot it. And probably get the shot. And that's Kobe.
Well, Daly, I don't even let him do that. If once he inbounds the ball, I more or less just go ahead and take a foul.
If they don't take a foul, it's stupidity. You got to take a foul. You get yourself a three-point ball game.
Well, Bryant's made 2 out of 6. Penberthy 2 out of 5. And Fox made 1 out of 2. So they're going to come back probably with all of those players.
Listen to some of this stuff. Kobe in overtime has made 4 out of 4 shots. 4 out of 4 free throws, 12 points. Jameson made 4 out of 4 field goals and 8 points. What a show. Now, the tough part is getting a complete pass here. That's going to be the tough part.
Well, you want the ball thrown down. You want to throw it down the sideline that Shaw inbounding the ball.
Got to throw it. You got to call him out. You got a 5 count. Once the ball is over there, the count by the referee himself. 20 seconds. Timeout. All right, we're right where we were. It's 125, 122, 2.5 seconds left to play on the Lakers basketball. Second to play, 3-point lead. Golden State Laker ball midcourt. It's a catch and shoot. Can't be described any better than that. Give it back to Kobe. He fires. No good. Losing overtime. 125, 122. The Lakers go down to defeat. And I want to tell you, this is a stunner for the Lakers. I thought they could build on this one heading into the tough weekend.
Well, they had that 10-point lead, and they took a relief as if the ball game was over. And before you knew it, the Warriors fought back and eventually win it.
All right, the Los Angeles Lakers allowing here in overtime a thriller before 19,000 fans. The final score, Los Angeles Lakers losing it 125-122.
CI Center, where his